Hello creative souls, welcome to the sanctuary where you can transform your dance and soul and speak your authentic voice. I am Chanini, I am a dancer and I do teach mindset to help a dancer like you to really feel completely aligned with their dance career, but also build an identity and a mindset that will make you unstoppable, that will make you really have and create the dance career, the dance activity, or just maybe the life you are always dream about. So if you're new here, you can always subscribe to my channel, and today we are not yet starting the series because like I told you, there will be a series on Monday and a series on Thursday, and just as this week is a week of reintroduction, I just wanted to have just a quiet talk, like just let's have just a little rant about why I do this business and why I am here with this channel and still persisting after everything ended in a very abrupt way, but here I am back. So, what I want to start with, I want to tell you that mostly my first message would be really like, you don't need anyone's permission. You don't need anyone's permission to want what you want, to do what you want to do, or to dream about having these things you want to have. If you are a dancer, no matter what's your level, really, like, this will be a topic for another video for sure, but about, I do not make differentiation now anymore because it was not the case before, and I will explain you why. I don't make any more difference between if you are a beginner level, if you are an advanced level, if you are a professional, aka monetizing your art, or just having a professional level but just having a side job. Because I am tired. Let's make it a first rank. I am tired to hear, oh, you are a professional, you are a semi-professional, you are just a passionate, like, why do we have to label each and everything? And I was caught up with that system before, because when I started my dance career, I remember that I was wondering, should I call myself a semi-professional because I was starting my professional dance activity? Should I already say I'm professional? What's the difference? And I was so confused. And people were coming saying, oh, a semi-professional, they have another job on the side. Oh, a professional, they do only that, and they have an enterprise, and they do... And it was like, oh, at one moment, I'm talking to not an administrative data. I am talking to you as a human, as a creative artist. You are completely allowed to do what the fuck you want. If you want to monetize it, you do it. If you want to keep it like what people call it a passion, you fucking do it. But you just need to be honest with yourself and honest with others. And that's not come with a label of I am a professional or not. What matters for me, it's more about your honesty, in the sense like, you know your level in dance. You know what kind of training you are. So, I have seen people being very dishonest, you know, selling like, oh, getting paid as professional with a level that was not that much good, and they didn't have that much proper training. And yes, it's all a topic about monetization and competition between people, but that again will be a topic for another video. But just to say that, let's just stop to label each and everything. And one matter for me when you are here on this channel is that I know and I assume already you are a very honest person. This is why you will resonate with my message. It's about do what the fuck you want. And call it like the fuck you want as well. You know, let's stop to try to give label to each and everything. What do you think you are? How do you consider yourself? How do you see yourself? How do you identify yourself? Is what will matter. You can say, yes, I have a professional level, but I keep it just as a passion because for many reasons that's up to you. Or you can say that, yes, I'm starting to be a professional. I know I still have a lot of training to do, but I'm already standing as I have an enterprise. I'm running a dance school, this and this and that. Does not matter. All what I want to say is that I just want you to feel aligned and feel happy with what you are doing and feel like it's the best life you are living ever. This is all what matters, and this is all about what this channel will try to support you to. And you need no one's permission, not even mine. I'm telling you, like, very honestly. And this is why I'm starting to say that it's not that it's the same things. I don't know if I still want to label myself as a coach, because I feel that this word got a dirty meaning through the online and through what each and everyone is doing. And I started to feel discomfort with it. Like, and then I told myself the same. I don't want to label myself with I am a coach, I am a mentor. This is the difference between coaching, mentorship. And I see this discussion going on in the business industry, and I'm like, oh, boring. And you know what? I'm gonna free myself from the label. You call me what the fuck you want. I'm just there. I'm Chandini, and I'm going to help you and support you. And I'm gonna have soon enough, because before I had my website and I have my course that I was selling separately, and I do not align anymore with this way of doing a traditional business, and I want to do it completely different, and that allow also dancers to have more access to me, more access to my content while I am teaching. So, to say that, you don't need anyone's permission. No one. The only person that can give you permission is yourself. And this is where I want to ask you genuinely today. Do you give yourself permission? Do you give yourself permission to do what you really want to do? To try the project you want? To show up in the way you want? Do you give yourself maybe the permission to quit what you are doing right now? In the way you are doing it? Do you give the permission to maybe expand what you are doing? Do you give the permission for yourself to rest? Do you give yourself the permission to, maybe today I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want to do. I feel lost. Do you give yourself this permission? Or are you still performing? Oh, I have to show up in front of my student. I have to show up online. Oh, I have this list of a dance video to make. I have this, I have that. Because there is a difference between burning out and just feeling like something is misaligned right now, and I think that it's good time to reset it, or to reboot, or call it like you want again. So you should give yourself this permission, no one else. And this is where this Thursday, on the Thursday video, this is where it's going to be very important, because if you are aware or not about mindset, manifestation, law of assumption, you will very fastly understand that your inner dialogue, how you identify yourself, is going to manifest everything that's around you. And you will understand that, how I am the only apparent power, then mean only me, what I say, what I decide matter, because this is what is going to be reflected in front of me. So now it's so much highly important that I focus more on myself. Where do I put my attention and my focus, than caring about what people are saying? Because people will only be a reflection at the end of the day. So if you are not familiar with manifestation, we'll come back to that. Don't worry, I will re-explain everything, and I will bring also the scientific part of it. But to tell you that, just as now a concept is that you are the only one allowed to give any sort of permission. And I have to say that, but it's a good thing that the era of self-development started to pop up. And I was there at that time, being a learner, being very so happy about that. And I have a lot of books, and I was attending some masterclass and stuff like that. But also, this gave also the opportunity for people to feel more lost, set up a new set of bullshit rules, and to teach this insanity of toxic positivity, or be grateful about everything. This is why I'm saying, I'm telling you very honestly, I don't have the absolute truth. No one does on this world, okay? Just what I will teach you is that it's the simple law that's said by the science that say, whatever you believe in, whatever you always return to in your inner dialogue, what you consistently think about, put your focus and attention to, will manifest in your reality as true. But see, if you change your belief, your reflection, your reality change. So nothing is true, nothing is wrong. It's only about what you believe, what you accept to be true or not. So that means people may be teaching you things that, yes, they are true for them. This is why they are doing it honestly, because it's true for them. Some people, they know they are bullshitting you because they just want to make money. It exists, you know that. So what matters is that we are all living our own reality. So in our own reality, we are all always saying the truth. What matters is that which truth do you want to choose for yourself? Because that's only up to you, not to anyone. So it's just to tell you that when you consume content online, and I apply this to myself as well, and I have very narrow, my focus about who I follow, because I restrain this focus, because I'm like, this is a distraction for the mind, and at the end of the day we get confused when actually all this concept is so freaking simple, but just we get confused by so many teachings, so many opinions, so many point of view. So I know I am another point of view on the basket, but I am maybe one of the only one that will tell you that if something does not resonate with you, or you don't want that to be true, do not listen to these people. And I say that for myself. If one day I say something, you feel like, no, I don't want to believe in that. I don't like it. It triggers me. I don't like it. No, I don't want the world to be like that. You are so much welcome to don't listen to me and to pursue in what you want to be true, because that's the only truth that's universal. What you accept as to be true, what you want to be true in your reality will be true. End of story. You are the only one who can choose and decide what do you accept or no in your reality to be true. So that will be like very my message for all of you. My truth is to being aligned with myself, is to being unconventional, is to be like what I call the visionary. Not that I create something new every day. It's just that I push. If there is a box, you will always see me get out of the box and be somewhere else. But I don't want to create another box. I just want to be free to navigate where is my own alignment, my own truth, my values fitting. Because all what I want in the morning is to feel good about myself, is to feel that I love what I'm doing, is to feel that I am in control, I am the operant power of my reality, and I don't have to accept any bullshit that the society is throwing as the truth. No, because if I don't accept that to be true, then I change my internal dialogue, I change my belief about it, and then it just wipes from my reality. As simple as that. So, to say that this channel will be all about that, and especially on this Thursday. It will be about, you have no idea how much limiting belief you have. You have no idea that each and every single thing you believe or you think about all the time, each completely shaping your reality. And the thing is, like, if we knew all of that so much early in our age, we would have changed so much things and our life will be completely different right now. And why this work, and I don't like to call it a work, but why this discipline of mindset could feel so hard sometimes. And I am the one raising my hand, saying like, even though I teach that, I understand it perfectly. When we are still human, having a human experience, so when we are triggered, when we have emotion and fears involved, like, even though you have all the knowledge, it's not that much easy. It feels hard because emotion is there impacting us. And me, this is exactly what happened for me for an entire month. And still now I'm just being very disciplined with myself, because when I have to manifest things in my life that are no resistance or easy topic or topic where I'm fully in control, it just come like that. I have done a lot of things, and I will sometime talk back about this in this channel, but mostly now all what's surrounding my private life, I will mostly talk about that in my private space with my clients. So just for my own privacy, but to say that when we all have topic of resistance, we all have something we want more than anything else in life, and maybe this is where our emotions are the most involved. So it asks yourself so much discipline to stay on the track of this mindset. And do not forget what's all this mindset. It's a lifestyle. It's not just a task you do. It's not like, oh, it's on your to-do list, you have to do this and do that. No, it's really changing. When I mean shifting identity, it's not like, again, it's not always personality. It's just about, I always take this example of me. I was always the kind of girl with genuine, naive, yes, very honest, very truthful. But there can be me with the same trait that can be experiencing the best life ever, where everything is so successful in business, in personal life, in money, whatever. And there can be the same personality of me experiencing like, only loss, everything going wrong, and no one caring, and everyone disrespecting me, because that's about identity. And identity, again, it is not your personality. Identity is what you believe to be true about yourself, is what you believe about the world and all the dynamic. So if you are that girl with that dancer or that boy, I don't care, if you are thinking that, yes, I am very honest, but that's why people don't respect me, then this one is going to happen in your reality. But if you think like, oh no, me, I am so lucky, I can be so honest and naive, and still everyone praise me, still everyone is so nice with me, and whatever I touch, it always succeeds, it always works. This is where identity is different. You see, same personality, but different narrative, different inner conversation. So I'm going to teach you in this channel how to recognize what type of inner conversation you have, so that you can understand like, oh, this is why I've been experiencing that over and over. Because I'm sure it happened with a lot of you, and happened to me too. It's like when we started to, especially if you are in the dance in the dance world for a couple of times, you know, it's like maybe you already have different mentor, different teacher. And do you feel that, oh, every time I change studio, every time I change teacher, every time I go even to a new style of dance, why do I feel I am living over and over the same problem? Why I always have over and over the same fight with my mentor, with my teacher? Why do I feel like it's always the same life? That's an identity pattern. So this is what we mostly will be talking about in this channel. But last word to tell you that you give yourself permission. And maybe I will tell you, like, not to let you on hold till next week, but ask yourself that, where are all the areas I'm not giving myself permission right now? And I force myself to perform, I force myself to show up in a certain way that actually drain me, that actually does not respect your own personal space, or make you feel like it's hard, make you feel tired, make you feel like not good about yourself. And I want to say also a disclaimer is like, the aim of mindset also is not always to feel good, because we are human. But there is a difference between, like, for example, I need the time to take rest. You know what, I cried a lot. I cried for many days, an entire week. I don't even remember what happened this entire week. I was completely off. I stayed on bed for an entire week. I didn't eat. I was just drinking water, crying all my life. And there is a difference with, I needed this time to process. But in my mind, I knew that I will come back. I know that my thought decide my reality. Just right now, I need this time for myself to collapse, because it's kind of my personality. I'm not making it as a rule. It's just like kind of my dynamic. It's like I always rise from the ash, and I have so much example when I have done that in my life. So it's kind of my own process, maybe, and maybe it's you too. But if you don't go through that, it's okay. You are perfectly normal. So I know I always need this collapse to rise again. But it was a collapse without entertaining in my mind all what was going wrong. So it was just like another layer of my identity leaving to reshape again on the top of it, as in my mindset architect, you know, to be as a new room in my mindset, to be like, oh, there is a new layer now. This old, we don't need it anymore. We shade it. So I took this time for that. And to again raise. There is a difference between crying and knowing that you are in control. It's okay. You are capable of everything. Everything works out in your favor. You are going to get what you want. You know you are this person who always get what they want. You know that you are this person that is loved, respected, praised, successful, whatever. There is a difference between crying and thinking that, and crying and thinking like, life is hard, life is a piece of shit, no one likes me, this is happening to me, and rehearsing again and dwelling in the pain. This is two identities that's completely different, and these two of them will manifest two different realities. So, give yourself permission also to sometimes feel like shit. And I will teach you how to, even still you feel like shit, you can maintain a discipline in your mind. Like that, you know that you are not collapsing, you're just processing something. And you are allowed to process, you are allowed to take the time it takes, and you are allowed some time to give yourself like space and peace, and to feel like, yeah, I have a lot of things to do in my to-do list. You know what? I just hear about and burn my to-do list, and we'll see after. So, meanwhile, we start both series next week. Thank you again to be here. Thank you for all my previous clients who supported me, the previous follower. I'm happy to see you back here again, because I have to say that I was very surprised, even though I keep always the best assumption about this business and what I'm doing, that is always reaching the people who need it. And I was very surprised that I created my channel, I posted nothing, and I already have 14 followers. And I was like, my god, this is amazing. I didn't post anything yet. So just the beginning, I'm gonna start to repost also all my dance video that I have in between, you know. And of course we are now ongoing with all the usual, I like to call it like podcast. I know that podcast doesn't look like that. I don't care. This is my own way to visualize. Like, it's not coaching video. It's not like rant or I don't want label again. Let's call it. This is my own podcast. So also, if you were there in my previous channel, you see that new setup. I wanted to change. This is where I wanted to say that I didn't want it to send to myself the signal like, okay, we start again like before and we do again. No, I needed to feel that we are doing something different. Even though my teaching did not change, I'm going to teach the same thing. I still stand by the same value. But it's just like I wanted a new way to operate it. So that's the proof that you see. There is, and this is my last message, there is always a way. If there is a will, there is a way. In the sense that you just need to be capable to think out of the box, to think out of the usual, the familiarity, the what you consider as normal. There is so many ways to operate dance activity. There is so many ways to monetize it. There is so many ways to be online or not online or half of it or whatever you want. There is so many ways to do the things you want with your own criteria. Like for now, my criteria is like YouTube is open, Instagram is private, and then there will be the space that I'm creating for all my coaching, where there will be all my course, all my platform, the community. I'm gonna merge everything in one single place and make it as much possible accessible to everyone. So with that said, you set the rules, you play by it. Do not listen to anyone else saying, oh, that's not possible, that's delusional. The fuck. I will explain you why delusional works. And delusional is just you changing belief. Once you adopt a new belief, your reality will match it, and no one will call you anymore delusional, because what you wanted, what you set your mind for, is gonna happen. So thank you very much to be here. I wish you a very good weekend and see you next week.